Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to this space where I offer collective general weekly readings. I actually just started a few weeks ago. It's part of my journey in stepping more into my true self. So we'll see where it leads. My name is Brooke Rowe. I am a tarot and oracle card reader, a Reiki master teacher, and an energy healer. And each week I come up with 3 questions to ask the tarot and oracle in hopes that it will give you some guidance and messages that will help you along your journey this week. So I also wanted to say I hope you had a very magical 8-8 Lionsgate last week. It's a very potent time of increased spiritual and phenomenal occurrences. It can be a wonderful time to put forth intentional messages and actions out there into the universe, all right, to manifest your goals. And actually, I will put a link to a video in the description below that will explain the August 8th Lionsgate that we have every year, so that for those of you that aren't quite sure about it will be better prepared and have more knowledge on it for next year. So getting into this reading, it will be for August 12th through August 18th. And actually, whenever you come across this video, there will be messages for you. Some will resonate and some will not. So just keep that in mind. Forget what doesn't resonate with you, okay? And work with what does. I want to call in my angels, guides, and ascended masters. I want to affirm my higher self and your higher self. And ask that my guidance team assist me in being a clear channel so that I can deliver this message to you, one that I know is to the highest good of all involved. And so the first question, and I'll ask 3 questions, pull the cards, and then do the reading. The first question I want to ask, I'm working with Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell and the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. First question is, what do we need to better understand about our current mental and emotional state? What do we need to understand about our current mental and emotional state? Lemuria is coming up again. And we had this card a few weeks ago, actually. So I believe this is to say, I'm not going to get too much into the reading, but I do want to say that whenever a card comes up multiple times and week after week, it's meaning that that energy is still ongoing around you. All right, so we have a very strong theme of Lemurian energies in our mental and emotional state. All right, so the next question I want to ask the tarot is, how can we better support and nourish our physical well-being? How can we support and nurture, rather, our physical well-being? Okay, the Magician. I'm going to have to get a better setup eventually. I know. This is just getting started and see where it goes. But okay, the Magician for our physical well-being. And then I want to go back to the oracle for the last question, which is, what guidance or message is there for our spiritual growth and connection? What message is there for our spiritual growth and connection? Protection. Zoom in or whatever you need to do. I hope you can see these cards. But it is the protection card. All right. So for our understanding of what's going on mentally and emotionally, which can be two very different things, okay? Either way, we are learning how to create heaven on earth. And when we're creating heaven on earth, because that is a state of being, there is heaven and hell on earth, all right? So when we are creating heaven or hell on earth, we're going to go with heaven. It's really cultivating a beautiful and nurturing and watering our inner landscape and emotional well-being. And so whenever mentally, here lately, if you have been drained, mentally tired, for me, I've honestly had a lot of pressure. I feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself and being just stressed a lot lately. And I've realized that I need to let that stress go and I need to trust myself. So I need to let all of my self-inflicted pain go and really follow my emotional intelligence, my body's intelligence, and get grounded more whenever we are in our mind a lot. We can be way far out of tune with our higher self, if you will. Okay, so it's really important that if you have been stressed and going through a mental loop that just doesn't stop, go get grounded. There's water and trees and a lot of nature in this picture. So get reconnected with yourself by going out in nature more. The water, any body of water is very healing. Okay, so maybe emotional release. Some of you may be needing an emotional release, and that can be done by a shower and imagining that water running all the way down and taking with it what no longer serves you in the drain. It can be as simple as that, or you can go to the beach, a lake, a body of water, and be intentional and ask that it give you some emotional relief and take what doesn't serve you that you've been hanging on to and holding on to. Take it with it, the water, all right? So also the card is talking about creating heaven on earth and knowing that it's happening. Having faith, like if you have stepped out of your comfort zone and you are working on a new business endeavor, or your heart has been telling you to go one way, maybe it's leave something, leave a job, leave a relationship, whatever it may be. All right. If you know that this next step that your heart is asking you, your soul is calling you to take, is in greater alignment with who you want to become and your life's trajectory, then just know and have faith that it is happening so it can uplift you and level you up and create even more of a heaven on earth. All right? And have faith in knowing that. And have faith in yourself. Right? Have faith in yourself. If your mind, which mental state and emotional state, your heart are in battle, constant battle, if you're in this internal conflict, pay attention to what your heart is saying. All right? This is how we create heaven on earth, is leading and living a heart-based life, an open heart-based life. So I'll leave it at that. Pay attention to what your heart is saying over your mind and have faith in your heart. All right, how can we nurture and support our physical body? The Magician. And I see all the red there, the red flowers, the red, they could be roses, they could be something else. But the red is for your passion, your passions. What do you want to indulge in? Not every, time we indulge in something, may it be wrong. Give yourself the permission to go after your passions. All right? What is your body craving? The Magician in the tarot also gathers, and already has actually gathered, all of the elements that he needs in order to manifest his desires. So I want to say to you to nurture and support your body. What is it that you need to gather to manifest your desires? Do you need more rest? Have you been running on E? Because you can't manifest your desires if you're running on E all the time. You do have to get the rest that your body is telling you it needs. Okay, does your body need more exercise? It doesn't have to be strenuous, heavy weightlifting. It could be dancing and just moving the energy through your body. All right. What are the elements that your physical body is asking you to engage in? Trust in yourself is coming up a lot. I want to say as well, all of the red in the Magician card can symbolize the root chakra, which is red. It's at the base of your spine. And this is really trusting yourself and your purpose. And it's okay if you do not know your purpose here yet. Our life is an ongoing journey of discovering our purpose. So really trusting yourself, all right? And having the courage too. So we can nurture ourself, our physical self, by having the courage to also do what it is our body and our heart may be telling us to do. It's all related. It's all a holistic system. The body is related to the emotions, which are related to the mind, which is related to the spiritual aspect of you. Okay, so it's all intertwined. So in order to support your physical body, It's also about having the courage to do what your heart is telling you to do. And that just builds up and cultivates trust in your whole self, right? And you will see that when you do that, there is a lot of growth and abundance that will come from that, okay? In whatever projects you are working on. All right, and then the message for or guidance for our spiritual growth and connection is actually protection. All right, so this is about setting boundaries to people who want to drain our energy, learning how to say no when we honestly do not feel like doing something, learning that it's okay to put ourselves first, all right? Shielding yourself and really understanding what your energy is and what it's not. So, because a lot of times people take other people's energy on, and if we could all learn what our personal energy feels like and what it feels like when we actually have somebody, we've taken on somebody else's. If we could learn what that, how that works, then we could all stand in our own true sovereign self and make better decisions that are in alignment for ourselves. Okay? So, if you have been also taking on responsibilities that are not yours, because a lot of people are people pleasers, it's time to learn how not to be a people pleaser, okay? Because that drains your energy, it doesn't protect your energy. Setting boundaries and protecting your own energy is beneficial for both you and the other party. It teaches them how to treat and love you, and it also can show them that if you say no to them for whatever they've asked you to do, and maybe somebody else is better for that job, so it actually shows them that the next person that they ask that may say yes, they were better for the job anyway. All right. If you have been feeling like your energy is just scattered to multiple situations, maybe you've got your hands in a lot more than you can take on right now, or you're working with a lot of different people, maybe it's time to draw that energy back into you, okay? Get your energy back, and you can do that by going back to the first card, getting into nature more, all right? So it's time to get back into your body, call your energy back. Also, have that emotional release if you need that. Let the mind chatter go and pay attention to what your heart is calling you to do. Okay? All right, so I'm going to leave it at that, and I hope you gained something from this reading, and I hope you take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.